And hello, South Florida. Welcome to another edition of the Real Estate Show, the Monday edition of the Real Estate Show, which is heard here live Monday, but every day through Friday, 5 days a week, 5 different ways we come at you, and heard here live at 5 p.m. We got a great show for you today. We're going to talk about iBuyers. After spending a couple of weeks talking about landlords, I want to talk about the investment side of real estate, but from the other side, from the other perspective. So you're definitely going to want to tune in each and every day this week as we talk about real estate from different perspectives, but about the same theme, which of course is the iBuyers. What are iBuyers, first of all, and why do they matter? Why have they become quite a big topic in the news for the last, I would say, 12 months or so, where you've really seen them? We're going to talk about who the 3 big iBuyers are. What are they doing, and what does that mean going forward with the winding down of the pandemic? How will that affect the lifting of the eviction moratorium, the foreclosure moratorium, and so forth? So like I said, we got a great show for you today. We're going to talk about what we always talk about Mondays is we set the agenda. I'm going to lay out for you what we're going to be talking about. I'm going to set the agenda and why this is particularly important now. And from this conversation so far, you can already tell that there's some big changes coming in the real estate market that you want to be prepared for. And some of the big changes, it's not the foreclosure tsunami that some of these gurus are warning you about, but something perhaps an even bigger opportunity that is out there. We're going to talk about that both from the buyer side, from the seller side, and so forth. But first of all, I want to tell you a little bit more about the Real Estate Show. If this is the first time you're listening to us, we are here live Monday through Friday. That's 5 days a week at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, each and every weekday evening, coming to you on our AM station, AM 1470, part of the Money Talk Radio Network. We're on the FM station, 95.3, 96.9, also part of the Money Talk Radio Network. And the third way that we come is on the apps. So the apps, all you have to do is search for WWNN Money Talk Radio. And whether you have the TuneIn app, the Money Talk Radio has their own app, the radio.com app, even iHeartRadio. Just search for WWNN 1470. Join us at 5 p.m. live, because that's where we'll be there. That's another way to listen to the radio. And as more and more vehicles become connected, and I even mean cars, pretty soon every car will have the internet, which means you can listen to any radio station you want. And how do you do that? You'll be listening to that by tuning into your favorite station on one of the free apps that allows you to be very portable. It doesn't matter where you are. You can do it on your cell phone, you can do it in your car, you can do it everywhere else. And so that's the fourth way is on our website, automaticlandlord.com. That's our main website. And at the top of the page, you'll see it says The Real Estate Show. All you have to do is click on that. You have a drop down to listen to us live. When? At 5 Eastern Time. Or you can listen to any of our rebroadcasts. All of our broadcasts are put up there 24 hours after our show. They're available for you to listen to sometimes sooner. But you can listen to us right there on our website. You can even download the programs and take it with you, listen to it on a flight or wherever else you want to listen to it. So there's your fourth. And the final way is on our Facebook page. Now on Facebook, you can not only hear us, but you can watch us, and you can send us questions. I'm saying hi to my good friend John, who is checking in from Boynton Beach, where he's working on a property. And you can send us messages like that. Just say hello, drop us a question. We'll answer it during the broadcast. And if you have questions, comments, criticisms, or just want to reach out to us, you can always reach out to us on our website at automaticlandlord.com. That's automaticlandlord.com. Or you can call us toll free at 888-595-7779. That's 888-595-7779. One other way to contact us, which is really efficient, it's the Automatic Landlord way, is to send us a text. And all you have to do is pick one of the key words that we share with you, and there's a number of them that are always active, always automated, and they'll get you the information you want. And that number, by the way, is 561-861-2366. I'm going to give it out to you again in just a second. But every Monday night, we have a workshop on building equity faster. It's sort of a mastermind. It's a presentation that I do. And then I open it up for questions, and we talk about how is it that you can build equity faster using the same cash flow that you have. You don't have to go out and make more money. Of course, if you do that, it only makes this faster. You don't have to do anything, not even a refinance. So here's the deal. All you have to do is text the word equity to 561-861-2366, and we'll send you out the link to a private Zoom meeting that we have. It's free. There's no cost. There's no obligation for anything. All it is, it's an opportunity. It's a workshop where we can go deeper into narrow subjects that we have. The narrow subject for Tuesday, the focus subject that we have for Tuesday is our credit. So text the word credit to 561-861-2366. When credit is the problem, the Real Estate Show will be your solution. We'll show you how to fix your credit, how to build your credit, how to create your credit. And one of our unique things that we do only here is we can show you how to pop your credit and get a rapid rise in your credit. Everything from showing you how to get your rent history, some utility history. There's different ways that we can add and create instant credit, which was an instant boost to your credit. So that's a really good thing. Then on Wednesdays, we have our landlord meeting. And this is very interesting. This is something that we just piloted, and have from our conversation with many of you who have called in and asked questions, we're starting our landlords group. And so if you want to text the word landlord, if you want to be part of that group, come to that private Zoom meeting. So it's from the comfort of your own home. It's virtual. All you have to do is text the word landlord to 561-861-2366. And then finally on Thursday, right? Our Thursday, we have our big round table, part of the university series, and we'll get more about that come later on this week. Anyway, I want to jump into our subject here, talking about the iBuyers. And here's the interesting thing. There's a lot of confusion about what are iBuyers. And some people think there are iBuyers stands for investment buyer, that stands for internet buyer, instant buyer, and all of those are characteristics of the iBuyer. But what the I really stands for is institutional buyers. And these are buyers. A lot of times there are hedge funds, there are groups of investors that have put a lot of money together. We're talking about millions, sometimes in the hundreds of millions of dollars, and they're set up and poised to buy properties in bulk. You've heard of Invitation Homes. That's an iBuyer. You've heard of what is some of the BlackRock? That's another iBuyer. And then I'm going to tell you who the big three are right now in our conversations this week. So here we are talking about these institutional buyers that have come on the scene. They've come on strong, and you've seen this. For example, one of the big three, Zillow. We're going to talk a whole bunch about Zillow during this week, because remember, every Monday we kind of lay out the conversation. We lay out the agenda of what we're going to talk about. And so today I'm going to lay it out where we're going. On Tuesday, our tools, tips, and techniques, I'm going to get more granular about what iBuyers are, how they work, where you can find them, and a little bit of why they're worth contacting. And you'll find this, I think, very interesting. There are some very good reasons to have an iBuyer conversation. And then Wednesday is our midweek report, where I'm going to start talking to you about it. Give me some statistics about iBuyers, what they're doing, what they're paying, how they work, and how you should work with them in the best possible way. Then on Thursday, we talk about the money. We're going to talk about the iBuyer money, not only the vast amounts, but how do you work with them? What are they willing to pay? How do you figure out the percentages of what to expect what to pay, what additional or what costs you're going to save, what costs you're going to pay with these different iBuyers. And then we get to our Friday show where we usually do a sort of a high level conversation about each one of the days, wrap it all up, and kind of summarize and bring it all to a good conclusion and what you can do with it. Because that's the whole idea here. You know, our mission here on the Real Estate Show is to enable more Americans, to have more people have a piece of the American dream. So we're here to enable, to educate, to empower more people to own a piece of the American dream, which is, of course, real estate. So we're going to go ahead and jump into a quick commercial. We got a whole lot more information for you here talking about iBuyers as we come back. So don't touch that dial. You're listening to the Real Estate Show. My name is Eric Willner, and we'll be right back. Hey, Mario. plantamillioncorals.org. What is that? I'm not familiar with that website. And how does that relate to real estate? So John Brown, the best handyman in town, is in Boynton Beach, fixing America one property at a time. Oh, look at that. So what else is going on out there here on this last Monday of the month? We're about 2 days away from the end of the first quarter. Can you believe that? The first quarter is already gone, done, in the books, and about to be history. Let me grab a quick sip before they're playing the music to come back. And welcome back for those of you just joining us here on the Real Estate Show. My name is Eric Willner, and you are listening to the Real Estate Show. The Real Estate Show is America's longest running daily radio show about, let's guess, could it be real estate? It's also South Florida's #1 show about real estate, and we're here live Monday through Friday at 5 p.m., 5 different ways: AM, FM, app, website, and on Facebook. So if you want to join us live on Facebook, drop us a comment. We've got John Tesserin on the line. Just liked and shared the radio show. And we ask you to stop by, like our Facebook page. It's The Real Estate Show on Facebook. If you don't have a Facebook account, no worries. Just type facebook.com/The Real Estate Show and like it, share it, and send us a comment. Send us a little message. The more people that understand how to find the Real Estate Show, the more people will understand real estate, and that's what we want. We want to make this a stronger, better market. I think the opportunity, the light is green for real estate right now. I'm going to tell you that in spite of the pandemic, in spite of the unemployment, in spite of the moratoriums, and what many people are calling for this calamity that the sky is going to fall when they lift the foreclosure. Believe me, this is not the first time around the block. Remember, 2008 might have been the first time for the banks to get flooded. They have learned a lot since 2008. Not only that, they have also raised a lot of money, and so have all the iBuyers that we're talking about this week on the Real Estate Show. And the iBuyers, as I mentioned, is not internet buyers. It's not investment buyers. It's not instant buyers. I've heard all of those misnomers. It's institutional buyers. And for example, the 3 big institutional buyers right now that are even advertising. So some of these you may have heard of. Others I still run into people who have never heard of. OfferPad, for example. OfferPad is aggressively out there looking for properties which they will buy not sight unseen, but without inspections. Sometimes they'll buy them as is. They will buy them. They will fix them up. So you've got, who are your big 3 right now? Our big 3 of the institutional buyers. Well, the first name, you've got to have heard of this one, and that's Zillow. And Zillow, over the last several years, has really morphed into something completely different. And I call them, they're basically the Amazon of real estate. And what they have done, they started out, remember, they were just a free service. Many people were wondering, like, how do they make money? Why are they there? And they were a source of information. And they invested many millions of dollars in creating infrastructure. And then they started selling, obviously, the advertisement on their site. Then they started selling the ability for real estate agents to appear on their site so that people coming, and they had tons of traffic coming to their website, and that's what they've done. They were very wise about that, and they had built up basically a big revenue source of real estate agents that would become preferred or elite or premier agents on Zillow. And so whenever you went and looked at a property, it would suggest one of those agents. But they're collecting the information of the agents. They're collecting information of the buyers. They were allowing, and think about how brilliant this is. They would say, why don't you claim your property on Zillow and come fill in the rest of the information that's incomplete. So they were having people self-populate, in other words, volunteer workers all across the country filling up Zillow's database. So between realtors giving them all the information from the MLS and, as property listing by listing, and the owners doing the same, they were gathering just, an unmatched database of information. And then the first sign, the first caution sign, because here's what happens. This is where the average agent should be worried about Zillow. And because basically Zillow started eating its own. The first little sign was Zillow got into the mortgage business. And at first they were doing advertisements for other mortgage companies, and all of a sudden Zillow would do your mortgage. And they have this giant traffic on the information highway coming right to Zillow. They have the realtors bringing in their clients, and sort of like a Trojan horse or a sheep, I should say a wolf in sheep's clothes. And the agents are, again, giving them all the information, now handing over their clients to get mortgages. And then a couple years ago, Zillow decided to get real estate licensed and said, hey, we've got so many people coming direct to us. Why don't we cut out the middleman? And not only that, we have raised so much money through our investor network that we'll buy the properties. Again, no listing agent necessary, and we'll sell it through our own army of Zillow agents. And interestingly, the Zillow agents are getting hired at not commission splits, but some cases on salary or a smaller fee, because Zillow's argument says, listen, you didn't bring the client, you didn't bring the property, and all I need is somebody to go out there and show the property. And what do I need to pay for an agent that doesn't know anything, but just simply goes out and opens the door? Now, on top of that, if you've watched what's going on, now they have these talking signs. That's been around for a long time, but you can drive up and you'll see the Zillow sign in front of a house that's listed by who? Not a real estate agent, but by Zillow. And then the agent, you call the number, there's a recording, or you do it on your smartphone. So now they know who you are. They've got your phone number, your contact information, what type of a property. It's all about the data, my friends. And Zillow has the data. And then once you register in their website, so they already know how to find you, so that there's already a trust relationship being built there, they'll allow you to go in. They don't even need an agent. So they have the ability, since now each one of these houses has its own Wi-Fi. So the house, now they can turn on the lights, they can turn on the air conditioning, they can unlock the door for you. They know when you went in, what day, what time, how long you were inside, and then immediately they're sending you messages. How did you like it? Are you pre-qualified? And they're, again, they already now have a direct connect to that. So if you're an agent out there that doesn't have anything in particular to offer, yes, you should be very, very concerned. But later on this week, I'm going to talk to you, especially in Tuesday's Tools, Tips, and Techniques, why an experienced agent, why a knowledgeable agent, why a professional agent has nothing to fear from these iBuyers. In fact, if you do it the right way, and as an example here, we have an iBuyer, which a relationship, and I'm going to talk to you tomorrow in our tools, tips, and techniques, how to work with an iBuyer, how to propose properties that you find for the iBuyer to buy, and how to get properties from the iBuyers for you to list and sell. And so understanding iBuyers could be a huge help for you if you're in the real estate business. Now, if you're in the investment business, well, this just might turn things around and make things very interesting. What is one of the biggest challenges? Not in today's market because we have such a shortage of inventory, but normally when an investor goes out, finds a property, fixes it up, and then has nowhere to sell it. They don't have imagine having institutional buyers on speed dial so that when you buy your property, you know exactly what they want, you know exactly what they're willing to pay by areas and by properties types, and you can factor in, because there's a formula, and you can factor in what they're willing to pay if the property is in if it needs repairs, or what they're willing to pay for properties that need virtually no repairs. And so imagine having a well-funded, ever-hungry buyer on speed dial for an investor. This becomes a very interesting thing. And then imagine if you're just somebody who's selling and relocating, and you don't feel like having showings, or you're worried about the condition, or you don't want to spend money in terms of repairs. Wouldn't it be nice to know where to go to have an iBuyer make an offer on your property? And if you want to know more about that, then all you have to do is give us a call, toll free, 888-595-7779. If you don't want to wait till the end of the week and learn all this, just call us directly, 561. And let me give you the text number also, because this is probably more efficient. And all you have to do is type discovery so that you can learn more about it. Type discovery to 561-861-2366. That's 561-861-2366. Type discovery and we'll tell you all about iBuyers. In fact, we'll show you how to get on the iBuyer list. So all of that could be extremely helpful. So that's what we're going to talk about this week. You got so much information. We're going to talk about who the other members of the big three group are, why they're looking and what they're looking for in what markets, and what terms they are. It's not just cash. There's other special things that you need to know, need to understand about working with iBuyers. So here's the place where you want to tune in. Well, the music's coming in, so that's what we have for today. There's the agenda. There's our mission. There's our week coming up. Remember to tune in each and every weekday from 5 until 5:30 here to the Real Estate Show. Remember also that all of our shows are summarized on Sunday night. We have our Real Estate Show marathon. So if you want to get a mega dose of your daily dose of real estate, then tune in Sunday nights at 9 p.m. right here. Anyway, that's it for today's show. This is Eric Willner, your host on the Real Estate Show, signing off. Until tomorrow, drive safe, wash those hands, and make it a great day. Bye-bye. Thank you.